Hello everyone, GregTech here, and welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. So we've got a lot of things to do still. I mean, this is GregTech New Horizons after all. There will always be more to do, and one of the things we're working on right now, as we saw in the last episode, is all this stuff down here with the circuits and the wafers and the... I mean, actually getting towards stainless steel and all of that, but right now I'm mainly focused on getting a different way to make circuit 1s, which requires the integrated logic circuits and the random access memory chips, RAM as they call it. And unfortunately I need green sapphire. There's no other way to get cyan lenses as far as I'm aware. Am I wrong about that? Let me double check that I'm looking at this right. So I need green sapphire, which is or dictionary crafting lens cyan. So can I just do I need the hashtag crafting lens cyan? Yeah, there's 3 different options and we cannot make either of these. I mean, I think we can't make them at least. Yeah, there's no way. I don't even know what this is. Where do we get this? Artworks ores from Dimension Ross 128B. Yeah, that's not happening. No, indeed, it is not. So rather than that, we'll just go get some green sapphire, and we will be back after that, after these short messages. Okay, so I filled up the rest of these chests fully. I used up all 4,000 wood that we had inside, and now we should basically be good to go on infinite coke oven running. I mean, it's not literally infinite, but we could do a quick guesstimation. This is 32 stacks, and these take how long in the coke oven? 90 seconds. 32 stacks times 90 seconds times 64 divided by 3600 for hours, and it's gonna last 50 hours. Yeah, that's a long time. So this is 50 hours of charcoal, and therefore I don't think coal coke's gonna be quite as important moving forward. This should last me a while, because each one of these is equivalent to, what was it, 20? Yeah, each one of these is 20 of the planks. So this is like 9 stacks of those planks, which means I don't have to fiddle with it as often, which feels really good. And now we're gonna head back to the Twilight Forest, and we'll go get some green sapphire. Okay, so I forgot the backpacks. That should be okay. Our chance to get an exquisite is 3%. And I just want to double check there's not a way we can make those more easily. I definitely don't have the implosion compressor. That requires HV circuits at a minimum. So yeah, don't have the implosion compressor, and I can't upgrade flawlesses into exquisites. First of all, you need that color of lens to do the upgrading, and we need EV, which is insane, and I don't think there's any other way to get the lens other than the lathe. Oh, wait. Well, if I have an MV lathe, I can make it from a plate, which I can make from a block, which I can make from 9 regulars. Oh, well, that's another way to do it that I did not see before. Is that the case for all of these? Have I just totally missed that? Crafting lens. Like, is that just... Yeah, it seems like that's the case for all of this. Okay, well, I bet I'm gonna... I haven't seen comments on it yet, but I'm gonna get some comments on the other video telling me I can do it that way. But I have now discovered I can do it that way. It's another... I don't have an MV lathe is the problem. So I think just relying on that 3% chance is a little easier right now. On average, that means I only need 33. But that's on average, and average doesn't matter when you're the one. How does the saying go? It's like average doesn't matter when you're the statistic or something. Or I don't know. There's basically what I'm saying is it doesn't matter what the average is. What matters is whether I get it or I don't. And no, that doesn't mean I'm saying it's 50-50. It is not 50-50. There are just two options, though. I either end up with the exquisite green sapphire, or I end up with not having an exquisite green sapphire. Those are the only two possibilities. Oh, geez. I don't know what pyrope ore is, but I'm gonna use it to shore this wall up. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is kind of an annoying vein. It's like near the surface and there's all sorts of stuff going on. I might just go to the other. There's another one right next to it over here, which might be less annoying in this chunk. I guess I should go above ground. But yeah, so I have 28 already, which is, you know, I could pop up the, what is it, a hypergeometric calculator? Or no, this is just binomial distribution, right? Yeah, because I only need one of them. So it's just like the chance I would get none of them would be, you know, at this point it would be 28, or it would be 0.97 chance to not get it to the power of 28. But it doesn't like 0.97. It needs 0.97 to the power of 28. So the chance I don't get an exquisite with the current amount is 42%. That's not great, obviously. So I need more than that. I think I want to go for a 90% chance to succeed here. Which, let's see, that'll probably need about 50. That's my guesstimation. That is my gut math, which is usually very bad math, but sometimes I do okay with gut math. Am I also missing a way, like, is there a way to get more, let's see. Where did I get soybeans and bell peppers? What on earth? The heck? I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so my question is there something I can do with the dust? Because I need purified green to get the chance at the exquisites, but can the dust do anything? Or is it just kind of done? Yeah, I can't really do anything at this stage of the game with the dust. That would like give me more chances at getting exquisites. Can you turn the dust back into the plates? I guess I could. Oh, you can't even autoclave it. Some of the things you can autoclave, like diamond dust, right? Can't you just autoclave that back into diamonds? Or am I making that up? Maybe not. What about sapphire? I swear you could autoclave some of these, you know, back into their regular form. Where's regular sapphire? Flawed sapphire. Dust. No, maybe not. Maybe you can't autoclave actual gems. Okay, here's a few more. Ooh, there we go. This is chaos mining. I'm not being methodical at all about this. While I'm here, I should find out what the heck pyrope ore does, since I'm getting a bunch of it. What does this do? It just gives me red garnet or magnesium, and probably exists to be electrolyzed. Yeah. Nothing. This is pretty useless, to be honest. Right? Like, I don't need alumina. Silicon dioxide I don't need. And magnesia, I think we already have a decent amount of that. Maybe we don't. What are the sources of magnesium? Chrome, magnesium, asbestos. Oh yeah, we have asbestos at home. Magnesite. I don't remember where that comes from. The olivine veins. So I can get that here too. Olivine ore, vermiculite comes from the overworld as a secondary in a chalco vermiculite vein. I want to say we found one of those. Oh, and Fuller's Earth has a small amount of magnesium. Okay, so pyrope is a decent source of magnesium, but not much more than that. And so far, I haven't needed any large amounts of magnesium, but maybe we will at some point, and I'll be glad that we have a decent amount of pyrope ore. All right, what do we got? I don't like this. I do like torches better, but I like not having to carry torches, so it's a little bit of a trade-off that we're making here. Should not get rid of the exquisite sapphire. Okay, I have 60, so that is now to the 60th power. Still only at an 85% chance of success. So maybe we mine a little bit more. 85. So final chance of 92.5%. It feels pretty good. Let's get sapphire going. And I'm gonna take all these floods and we're gonna crush those down too. So I don't think they have much of a purpose. A single malachite, that's not really necessary for anything. Yeah, that should be good. And now we take this crushed, and that goes into the old... Wait, where does it go? Ore washing plant would give us a chance at alumina. I don't care about that. So I just need to wash it in the simple washer. Ooh, look at all this apatite dust that I forgot about. Purified pyrope. Okay, I don't care about that. What about the amber? You also can't sift amber ore. Okay, so we take our purified green sapphire ore, chuck it in the sifting machine, and we hope for the best. It's gonna take a while. We only get a 3% shot every 40 seconds. Got a bunch of leftover stuff here that I forgot about as well. So let's get that all sorted out. Exquisites, flawlesses. Do you need regulars for anything? I don't think so. I guess blocks of that. Emeralds you do need regulars, but I don't know if the other ones you do. And the chipped, we will throw in there. The flawed we will throw in there. The dust goes in our gem dust bin. The gems go in here. Okay. So we should be on our way now to getting a nice flawless cyan lens. So while we were waiting for all that, we got 25 of our integrated logic circuit wafers, and we need to cut those wafers into thin slices with an MV cutting machine, which we have right here. So we just chuck those back in there. They're pretty slow, but it makes 8 with every craft, so per item, it's not too bad. And then we'll have the wafers for, what do I make with these again? I've already forgotten. Okay, so we can make LV circuits, HV circuits later, and some other stuff. Yeah, this is the one that we're trying to make. These guys. So what all do we need to collect? I think I want to make like 4 stacks. So we're gonna need to start mass producing these circuit boards. I already have planks, copper foils, easy. Okay. So let's get some copper foil smushing. I'll do 4 stacks in the bending machine on 10 to make foils. That should make 16 stacks of foil, which will make... If I use polyethylene, that will make 8 stacks of circuit boards. That should last a while. And then I will need, what? Only 4 stacks of wood planks for that? And polyethylene is 1 to 8, so I'll need 1 stack of polyethylene, which, looking at my chart, is 9,200 polyethylene, which I think we have plenty of, right? Yeah, I have 39,000. Okay, so I only need 9k polyethylene for that. Though, that's still not a ton of polyethylene. I should go grab my, my oil. That's probably built up by now. Why is that one not filling up? Did I forget a pump? Completely forgot to put another pump on this. I don't know. Why did I think that was fine? I have no idea what I was thinking there. Wait. Now I'm really confused. The pump is on the east? Which is facing... Oh, is the pump not set to export? Oh, it is set to export. Okay, now I'm actually confused. So the auto output is set into that one. That's why that one's full. And there's a pump on the east face. Oh, the machine is facing east. That's what it is. There we go. I missed that. Okay. Shoot. Well, we have at least one full. For now. And against my better judgment, after what happened last time, I wanna see what's... I just like to look at it. It's really cool. It's very satisfying to watch it deplete over time. It's evidence of our mistake. But yeah, I'm not sure. It's really hard to tell how deep we're gonna be able to go. I need to make an MV pump so it'll grab from the edges, because I think that's too many tiles. What's the LV pump's radius? It's 10 on each side. So 1... I think it's hard to tell which line. I think that's the center line. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and this would be 11. So I'm actually just 1 tile short of the full radius that we need. So I might grab an MV pump so it'll grab all of those blocks and we can more accurately see what's going on. I'm guessing it's going to deplete in the near-ish future. But if I replace with a MV pump, I need a... I could just use an MV battery. I think I'm going to go do that. Alright, so we want a pump MV, which needs large steel fluid pipes. I believe those are 6 apiece. So 12 into the large pipe extruder we go. That should do it. And then I will need a single MV battery, which I don't have. That's unfortunate. How do I get more batteries? Battery, MV. Okay, so we want battery alloy plates and copper cable. Do I have more battery alloy? Yes. So this will be a bunch of plates. I already have some plates here too. Ah, the bender is busy. I'm gonna need an MV bender soon, I think. To be honest. These were 3 apiece, right? Yeah, 3 apiece. And 2 copper cables. So that is 8. Plus polyethylene, which we have, thankfully. But yeah, we're gonna need... Let's see. We're gonna need more copper cables. Let me just preemptively get that out of the way. So I'll take a stack of copper. Go on 16 here. Get that going. Grab our battery holes. Go to the canning machine. Oh, we already have some. Nice. Okay. I need more lithium, it looks like. And then I'll pop one of these in a charger. Which could be any of these, I guess. Doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to let them all charge up over time. So we have some pre-charged batteries. Why are they all getting EU? Oh, because I have a battery buffer. Nice. So I could have just grabbed one of these. Dang it. All right, I'll just take one of these for now. That was a bad idea. That could have broken something, right? I guess, no. No, it would break something if I was requesting more than 4 amps and I added a 5th one in here. I did it right. Remove before add from a battery buffer. Add before remove can cause issues. Remove before add is okay. Anyway, so that will be the one I run the MV pump with. And I'm missing a single MV pump. And I'm missing steel pipes for that. All right, let's get that out of the way. Medium, normal pipe. Needs to be divisible by 3, so there's 21. All right, steel fluid pipes. Right. Make these first. There we go. Why can't I make more? I'm out of bronze screws. Interesting. That's not something I expected to see. Those are easy to make. So bronze screws, I'll do half a stack worth, and that should last me a while. Fluid extractor into solidifier. And then we need the screw mold, which I don't have. Do I? No, I have it somewhere. It's over here. Yeah. Okay, fluid solidifier, screw mold, extractor, bronze, and that should be all we need, right? Fluid auto output. Yeah, there we go. So there's a bunch of bronze screws. I think 4 stacks. It's 8 screws per ingot, I think. That should give me a minute. We'll deal with rotors later. But yeah, I think that's all we need, right? We've got the MV pump, we got the power for it. It should last a while. It's only 256 EU per operation, so we have over 1,000 buckets worth of power here. That actually might not be enough, now that I'm looking at it. I might need a generator for this. 1,000 buckets is nice, but it's not going to last me forever. I'll just switch it out. It'll run for... if my switchings are 2 of those tanks each time, it'll last for 4 of those switchings. Because each of those switchings is only 250,000 that I'm taking. And this has more than enough power for 1,000,000 buckets. If it's 256 per bucket, we've got 1,500 buckets, roughly. If I'm in the right ballpark for math. And I don't even know if that well has 1,500 buckets left in it. It might not. I think it's more than half empty now. Like I've been saying, it's been hard to tell because of the sides. So this should help us. Should help us quite a bit. All right, pop that back in. That'll withdraw the mining from the bottom. You can see it's coming back up pretty quick, actually. Does it get stuck at? Yeah, it does. It won't go into the second slot. Bloop. Sweet. Okay, so we've got all that. And then we need to grab the pump off the side. We can remove that. Then we can remove... No, I need the fuel. No, I don't need the fuel. I should grab the fuel. I'll avoid a tiny bit, that's fine. Okay. Now I place the advanced pump up here. We face it that way. We output that way. Auto output. And then we also pump on that side. And that is export. And then I plop in a bunch of stuff. We throw the battery in there. And it should start going. Yeah, there we go. It'll take a minute or two to get down. It's 2 seconds per operation, which is twice as fast, but it has to go down like 70 tiles, so that's still going to take 3 minutes or so. But it will pump the whole area, which is very nice. And I have chunk loaded all around. Actually, where am I in relation? I'm kind of on the corner of a chunk here. So, have I chunk loaded enough? Yeah, we showed that it was only 11 or maybe 12 at the most in each direction. So loading that chunk's fine. But I'm now realizing that I don't need to load. There's 16 tiles in a chunk. There's 15 to the right of that. There's 14 to the right of that it can still reach even if I unload these. So I think that's fine. And similarly, there's 14 to that side, and it doesn't have a radius of 14 down there. So I can unload those, and that should be good to go. And those two are filling up. That one's already full. Nice. I think that's full from the last one emptying out, though. Or something. I don't know. But now I've got 2 full oil tanks. We'll come back in a minute, check on its progress. Get a moment of the healing axe. Glider back home. So one thing that I've been noticing is, as I've gotten further in GTNH, and this makes a lot of sense. I don't think you guys will be surprised to hear this. It is becoming more and more difficult to do each individual thing. What I mean by that is the number of potential tasks I could do is increasing. I won't say exponentially. People like to say exponentially when it's not actually exponential. It's probably been linear on average, you know, or maybe quadratic, maybe even square root. Like maybe each hour increases less and less tasks, but the total number of tasks I have available at any given time is still increasing the more that I play the game. And you know, this wall is, there are so many things I could add to each of these. I even feel like keeping up with this is too much of a task. So it is very easy to get yourself burnt out in a situation like this. And I'm feeling already not burnt out, but like I could burn out if I don't be careful about how I keep playing the game. So what I want to say is, like, don't burn out. you know, burnout, I mean, sometimes burnout happens because you're having fun, right? If you're having a lot of fun playing a game and you just keep playing that game because it's fun, well, there's nothing wrong with that. And then maybe at some point you're like, okay, I'm done playing. I'm no longer interested. I've played too much. That kind of burnout is totally acceptable because it's an entertainment source that you're burning out from. It's not like your job or something that's really important to you, or, you know. Now, sometimes burnout happens on something you want to do, something you're actually trying to do, something you're engaging with, which is me right now, right? Like, I'm making content out of this series, and not that I make a lot of money from my content creation, but it is a hobby job for me. Like, I want to keep growing the channel. I would like to go full-time content creation at some point. Shameless plug for Patreon. If you'd like to support me, it will help me go full-time content creation. But all that to say, like, I don't just want to randomly burn out on GTNH because it's a really popular series. You guys seem to enjoy it. I'm really enjoying it, and I'd like to keep going. So that means I need to be careful about how I proceed. I can't just kind of play randomly, because if I do play randomly, I will burn out. It'll get too overwhelming. I'll be like, oh my god, there's too much to do, help, you know, and I've already felt that way a few times in smaller amounts. And so I just need to be careful that that's not like the norm. So what I'm thinking is to, rather than try to keep a massive to-do list, I think this is nice. I will keep working on this from time to time for kind of the bigger phases, you know, like when we get to the HV phase, I'll probably like rehash all of these and think about each one, and we can even take a look at it together. You guys can leave comments and let me know what you think I should add to each one. You know, like redoing the diesel setup, yeah, I need to do that, right? This is ugly. But anyway, I'm probably not going to keep super up to date with those things, because even that feels like kind of an unbeatable project that I'll never finish. So where am I going with all of this? Well, part of it's rambling, so I don't even know. But part of it is me actually having a point, which is I want to do like longer, funner projects. Funner is the wrong word. I want to do longer projects that are maybe more goal-oriented rather than vague progression through the tech tree. Because I think that's where you start to get burnt out, is you vaguely progress here, you do this, you do that. You're kind of following the snake of like, well, I want HV circuits, so I'll just keep doing the steps I need to get HV circuits. And before you know it, you've opened 15,000 doors to things that are actually important to do once you're in HV, but you're kind of skipping them because you're rushing HV, right? And I don't know enough about this mod pack to know what I can and can't rush. And rushing tends to get you in trouble. We've talked about this before, so I won't talk all about rushing versus going slow. But I do want to be more project oriented, and I want to eat my vegetables and work on important things like, you know, the base aesthetics like this. Why is this not asphalt? You know, I haven't fixed this yet. Oh gosh, those mine instantly, by the way. So like fixing this is the kind of thing that it almost feels like a chore sometimes, but if you don't do it, it's just going to bother you every time you see it, and that's one of the things that will get you burnt out. So all that to say, from now on, I'm going to try to be a little bit more focused when I start an episode of like, this is what I want to do in this episode. And the whole episode, I'll be working towards that goal. Rabbit trails will always happen in GTNH. That's inevitable. And they still will happen, but I don't want them to just kind of command the episode, but rather be a subset of the episode, if that makes any amount of sense. So hopefully that kind of helps you understand where we're going. I think I needed to say it for my own self. I almost just trashed these. That would have been bad. Maybe this will be the rubberizer. Oh, well, how many pistons did we get? What do I need for pistons again? See, here we're taking a rabbit trail from me making a larger point, which is kind of ironic, but I need is cobblestone really what I'm missing right now? That's easy. Anyway, all that to say, I think I needed to say this for myself, and hopefully it gives you guys a picture of where we're going as well, which is continuing to make progress, trying to do projects one at a time. As far as like grander goals, it is hard because I don't know how far we're gonna get before we burn out. Are we gonna get to EV? I definitely think we'll get to HV. That's for sure gonna happen. I will not quit before HV, because we're literally like, I don't know, 5 to 15 episodes away from HV at the most. But EV, I have no idea if we'll get to EV, right? That's so far down the road, and you know, everything beyond that. I would like to go to the moon. That kind of is mentioned in the very beginning. Is it this one? Where does it talk about this? It might be the... Oh, it's one of these things, I think. Too many keys. No, one of these is talking about, like, kind of how to play the game mentally. Where is it? I wanna read what they read again. Or what they wrote. Quests. Was it in this? No. Loading the chunks. It might have been in the tips and tricks. Building better bases. Not enough items. Surely it's in one of these. Here it is, goals. It is down by the bed. So, what they say is we recommend you set yourself small goals from tier to tier. That's great. We've kind of been doing that. The ultimate late game is to craft a Stargate. I'd love to get there someday, but who knows. But yeah, here they say aim for something less crazy, like going to the moon if it's your first time playing. So the moon is... where in the tech tree? I think it's in HV. Yeah. So it looks like it's after robot arms in HV. So I think we can potentially get to the moon as like a long-term goal. But that's not a project, right? You can't do the project of getting to the moon until you're solidly ready for it. So we're still a long way from that. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say in all of this ramble. Thank you guys for listening. I know sometimes it can get a little absurd. But you've watched this many episodes of GTNH, so I guess you like it in some form or another when I ramble. Because I do it a lot. All that to say, I think I am officially... I got 4 of these. Awesome. And it's not even done sifting. I think I am going to say my goal is the moon. I would really, like, the only reason I would quit before we get to the moon is if I'm just really burnt out and, like, it's not good for my mental health to keep playing the game. And I'm definitely not there yet. I have slowed down a little bit in my obsession. I don't feel like I'm obsessed with GTNH. I kind of was for a little while. It's all I could think about. I'm not there right now, but I am still very much enjoying GTNH. And I definitely plan to keep playing. And I will get to the moon. It seems very doable. Like I said, unless, you know, I just have to quit for mental health reasons, which happens sometimes. But yeah, so that's where I was trying to go with all that, is kind of like, where are we going? Why are we going? We're having fun. If we get to the moon and we're still having a blast, we'll keep playing. And if we get to the moon and I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm struggling to keep having fun with this, then we'll stop. And either way is okay. Now, I have a lot of crushed green sapphire that I don't need, apparently. How did I math this really wrong? Oh, I forgot the doubling. So that's part of it. So when I did the math earlier, like, the math for one stack isn't 64, it's 128. So if you have one stack of green sapphire, you're already at a 98% chance to get at least one. So that, I forgot the doubling. That was kind of stupid. It's funny because I even thought about the doubling at one point. I didn't say it out loud when I was doing the math, but it like somehow didn't connect to the numbers I typed in. Anyway, let's go check on the oil now that I've rambled. And I need a bed over here. I think I might move this bed to this side of the base. So when I'm wanting to go out this door and I notice it's dark. In fact, ooh, you know what? I have a little idea. What if I put like a little side cubby over here? Like a little sleeping nook. I like that idea. That's fun. It's like a little, oh, I need to go outside, so I'll sleep first. Take a little nap. Rejuvenate and refresh myself. But yeah, and then the other thing, because it was a ramble, there were kind of a couple points I was making, and I never really finished my point about there's more things on the list of things I can do. As I go further and further into the game, that list grows rather than shrinks, and that's okay, but it does mean I have to be more focused in what I'm doing, because I can't just do random things all the time. Because that used to work. Like when you're in the Steam age, if you just kind of do random things that progress you somehow forwards, then you'll end up making progress. But I think we're at the point where like I could do random things for 100 hours straight and not have made a single ounce of progress towards the moon. You know, I could work on it. It went further down than it should have. That's odd. I wonder if it only checks in a like increasing spiral. I wonder. Okay, so we're gonna do a dangerous project. This is gonna be a very dangerous project. I think I might be able to fix it. But it's gonna require some finesse. So first step is to retract it a little bit and then pause it. How do I get out of here? So yeah, aesthetics, you know, we could work on that for 100 hours and we still wouldn't even be close to done with our base looking the way we want it to look. So, yeah, you know, at some point you just gotta decide, okay, we'll stop there. And now I need to pause it. I can just take out the battery. Oh, it has an internal buffer. How long will that run? Wait, is it getting oil right now? What is it doing? What is it doing? Okay, well now it stopped, but I wasn't really sure what was happening there. Because it was like doing cycles, but cycles of what? Because it wasn't going down. Mining pipes weren't decreasing, and I didn't see oil popping in. So I'm not really sure what those cycles were accomplishing. Oof, ouch, owie, my bones. Okay, so we've retracted that up a little bit. Now what I'm thinking is it will only stop going down when it hits an oil block underneath itself. And then it will stop and scan all around it. I think that's what's going on. So what that means is we need to build a little stack of oil blocks, oil source blocks right here. And that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna take some more concrete. I'm gonna make some light over here so it's brighter. And then maybe I'll put one. Can I reach over here? Yeah, put one over there. All right, so we're gonna place some blocks. Can I reach that? No. I guess I can reach this. I can probably do this. Okay, carefully drop down. And then I want to place these below the level of oil. Okay. So then we want to place source blocks against the side of that, which now means we need bucket. Jeez, this is so tense. Okay, so oil source block. And we want to go against that first stone block right there. Perfect. Now we grab another, doesn't really matter from where. And we put it against the second one. Which, it's really hard to see if it's highlighted or not. But that's it. Boom. Now I do the last one. Wait, what? That was weird. I only clicked once. Okay. Now we do this one. And now I'm hopeful that when we fire it back up... Do I need to do one more even? I might need to do one more. Let's do one more. I'm hopeful that when we fire it back up, it will properly scan everything when it gets down to this level. Okay. Let's see if this works. So we fly back up. By the way, I need more water. Not here. I'm gonna put like a bunch of lights over here so I can remember where the heck I'm supposed to fly. And I also don't really need these. Safety nets. I have a jetpack. That's the whole point. All right, soft mallet. Or no, put the battery back in. There we go. $58.8. So what is it doing? There's no oil up here. Okay, I think we can all agree something's gone massively wrong. Because there's no oil around this thing. That I'm pretty confident in. Alright, I'm gonna let it retract all the way back in. Now when I run it, now it's doing the whole thing again. I wonder if it was somehow collecting oil. Also, it needs 2 operations for every time it goes down, I guess. Maybe one of them is a scanning operation. The other one is a go down operation. It also seems like it doesn't use any energy to go down. That's news. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Is it gonna do what we hoped it would do? So it should go down into that block. And then it should go down into the next one, I think. And then hopefully it stops. I think those are still at that level. Uh-oh. Nope, didn't work. Damn it. So it's possible. That's frustrating. It's possible that it only scans adjacent blocks first and then it works its way out. So it's not going to work on levels that the other one already failed to get. At least that's what I think is going on here. I think if I were to... And I think we were only short by 1 block. So I guess maybe I just manually fix it, because there should only be a few that I need to place to get rid, like these. This should be the only layer of source blocks that didn't get mined, right? So if I remove that, the whole thing should go down. And nothing should come over here. Then I can do it again. And then we're okay. And I just do that on both sides. Because that layer, I think, is at the same level as that thing. So we're still okay. So yeah, maybe we just fix it manually. It's a little silly. Okay, wow. I think that worked. As far as I can tell, everything's flat now. It looks like... Can't even really tell. It might have stopped collecting, but it looks like it's collected mostly from the layer that it's on. And I do think we are past the halfway mark of the whole thing being empty. This was definitely not a necessary project, but it was a fun project. And back to what I was rambling about earlier, despite the fact that I do want to do projects and I want to be a little bit more defined and not just do random stuff, it's also still a game that's meant to be fun. So I am going to do projects that I find enjoyable. So is it stuck again? What is happening? It's not getting oil anymore. These don't have a maximum length, do they? Do they have a maximum of 64? What Y level is it at? It's at 107. No, it's not a maximum of 64. There's more than 64 in there. What is it doing? I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. I'm gonna give it time. We'll come back later and see if it's still not figuring itself out. But yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on over there. But yeah, I mean, I have this whole farming room that we still haven't done much with, but we can. There's just so many projects in GTNH, and it really does get overwhelming. Because I feel like I could just work on infinite resources, like a bunch of different kinds of infinite resources right now. I could work on bees. I mean, I could just do bees for 100 hours straight and still not be done with bees. I know that starting things like bees or crops or Thaumcraft later means that you have more stuff available. So, you know, that's part of why I think I've done it the way I have done it. But yeah, I think I'm going to grab the rest of this stuff and we're going to say I'm done with making pistons this way for now. This is how I trash it. Okay. Light fuel, I'm just going to trash. I make diesel now. It's not really worth keeping around, I don't think. And then this goes to channel 24 because we want to coat with rubber. Throw those in. Okay. So we're getting things done here. I would like to now, let's see, we're working on the wafers, the circuits. Now, didn't I say I was going to still make 2 types of tier 1 circuits? Because there's these guys, and then there's only 2 types, right? Yeah. At the LV tier, when do I get microprocessors? That's the clean room thing. Okay. And then these are something different, right? Yeah, these are something different. I don't know what the heck this is, but it's not. It's some Bart Works thing that I don't understand. Okay, and we decided these were just altogether more expensive than these. No, these, I think I was, oh God, I'm all lost now. Resistors, no, I like this one because there's no vacuum tubes. That's right. So we are doing this one. It's this guy. That's, yeah. Because then you're thinking of, it's a 9x9 or 3x3 grid with 9 options. You know, there's LV 1, 2, and 3. There's MV 1, 2, and 3. There's HV 1, 2, and 3, and it gets very confusing. And I am gonna go out on a limb. Maybe don't massacre me in the comments. I don't think they've done a good job with the icons to make them distinct in a way that's helpful. If we go to like this overview, like these being nice and diagonal, okay, that's helpful. These being nice and diagonal, that's helpful. These being nice and but like, what's up with this stuff in the top left? It's really unhelpful because this one looks so much like these ones, and this one does too. So it's not, and it's not even consistent. Like there's this, you know, little funky jank looking circuit as the first LV circuit. Why is that not a funky jank looking MV circuit, right? Like that should be funky jank too. And then by that logic, so should this one. But this is not funky jank. And then it kind of goes to these more consistent like looking things. But yeah, all that to say, I don't really totally get, you know, until it gets closer to the bottom when it does get consistent. But this in the top left, I think needs to be reworked. Everything else is nice and consistent. And like, I don't really see a good reason why even the tier 1 circuit couldn't look like this, you know? And why is the MV not funky jank? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna spend the whole time complaining about icons. But I am going to work on a bunch of stacks of these. So, and now we need to remember, can I do SMD resistors or not? I'm actually gonna make the thing here. So the SMD resistors might not be worth it. Let me double check. Although that's pretty easy. Yeah, no, it's just polyethylene, electrum, and carbon. Okay. And electrum's easy. And it actually saves us. It only uses 1/3 of the metal because regular wire is twice as expensive as fine wire. So yeah, so I'll definitely do the SMD resistors. I don't have tantalum yet, but that would double it even further. Okay, so we're using the regular or the SMD resistors, but I want to say we can't use the SMD diodes yet. Yeah, because we needed platinum, and there's only one way to make SMD diodes. And it uses a lot of ASGA. Is that more ASGA? For 64 diodes, we use an entire gallium arsenide dust? That feels like it's more. One crystal. We're using the wafer method. One crystal makes 4 boules. So one dust makes half of a boule, which makes 8 wafers, which makes 32 diodes. Did I do that math right? Whereas we get 64 from one dust this way. I think I did that math right. Because one crystal is 2 dust to make 4 small crystals. So we're basically 2 small crystals is equivalent to 1 dust. 2 small crystals is 2 boules. 2 boules is 32 wafers. 32 wafers is, no, it's 2 stacks of diodes. So then that means it's actually worse? This is the kind of thing that starts confusing me. 2 stacks of diodes, no, 2 stacks of wafers, what did I say? No, 32 wafers makes 2 stacks of diodes doing it this way. But the SMD diodes, you only get 1 stack of diodes per gallium arsenide dust. So it's actually a heavier usage on the gallium arsenide dust. It saves you a ton of polyethylene though, and it's only 16 platinum wire for a stack instead of, you know, if we were using tantalum. It's half as much platinum as it would be tantalum, and 8 ingots. It's half as much polyethylene as it would be, but at the cost of more gallium arsenide. Interesting. And you're using platinum instead of tantalum or whatever. Okay, well, we did the math. He did the monster math. He did the math. Okay. So that is our options. So go to the one with soldering alloy. We're using SMD resistor, regular diode. There's no copper wire option. Control Shift A. Okay. And I want to make how many? 3, 4, 8 stacks. Feels kind of crazy, but is it crazy? This will last me a long time. Maybe 8 stacks is a little insane. Maybe I go down to 4 stacks for now. Okay, I think we've got it all mathed out. So another thing I want to point out is when you hold shift, it'll highlight in green kind of the root materials, and everything else is both consumed and produced within the block, and so you don't have to worry about it. So like we're seeing here, I'm gonna need about 27,000 polyethylene. We're gonna need some tin and antimony there. We're gonna need annealed copper, regular copper, and tin there. And then I'm gonna need some lubricant, not all that much, and the 256 circuit boards. I'll need some poly-Si, gallium arsenide crystals, electrum, and carbon dust. And that's it. So not that bad altogether, you know, like for 4 stacks. The diodes are the most expensive part for sure. The actual wafers are very cheap. So yeah, we're gonna be working on this as a main project, and that should be a good amount of LV circuits. Let's start with the annealed copper, because that's easy to get going. Just throw that in the arc furnace up here. Do we have oxygen? We might not have enough oxygen. Let's grab a little bit here. And then I think that's enough for 1 stack. So then we need regular copper, just a stack, turned into fine wire. What? Yeah, so this version, weirdly enough, you can't use annealed copper, which feels like a strange deviation from a lot of other wire recipes, but fine wire's on 3. And then we need electrum wire. But that's only 16 electrum. That's crazy. I get 512 resistors from 16 electrum ingots. No, 32. Sorry. Still. I think I might even already have that. Yeah, I don't even have to make more. So 32 electrum turned into fine wire. 64 copper turned into fine wire. And 10, I need a stack of 10 turned into bolts. We are running low on 10. Did I ever fix that? I don't remember if I fixed that. Bolt. There you go. Right. It's 512 bolts. We've already got the lubricant. Poly-sci we're gonna need to work on. I don't remember, did we, how much did we end up with over here? Only 24? That's not very good. That's not very good at all. We need a lot more. What was my other method? It wasn't sand. I've already forgotten everything. So this extracts the silicon from SiO2. This makes poly-sci from silicon. Those are both free operations in terms of resources. They just cost energy. But I never came up with a best way to make SiO2, I don't think. I've been electrolyzing sand because that's easy. But that's pretty inefficient. Is there a better way to do it? Because you only get 1 stack of silicon from every 8 stacks of sand. And I just did 16 stacks here. So that's still only 2 stacks of poly-sci. 3. 4. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of absurd. I need a better method here. Can't even fit it all in the chest. So, silicon dioxide. I know we've looked at this about 15 times. Electrolyzing. Pyrope. There you go. There's one use for it. Electrolyzing clay? It's not that much better than just using sand. Sand is 8 to 3. Oh, it's actually the same as sand in this case. Huh. Yeah, maybe it wasn't any of these. Ore washing. Yeah, I think it would. Oh, that's what it was. Centrifuging glass dust is easier. Yeah. Because then it's 8 to 8. If we make the glass dust from quartz sand. And there's also quartzite, which is easy to make. Certus quartz dust. We get 4 of those from every ore. But yeah, I think I should just put the sand into the macerator, make glass dust, and then centrifuge the glass dust. That's probably the easiest way, because then I just need a little bit of flint dust to go with that. Which, didn't I make a stack of flint dust recently? No, I only have 16. I made a bunch of flint though, so let's make more flint dust then. That's easy. And then all we need to do is throw the sand into the macerator. I also have a bunch of pyrope ore that I threw in here. I can process it down and get my magnesium. Do I care about red garnet dust? No, not really. Maybe I'll regret not collecting the magnesium that I could. But whatever. We'll just do the standard smush and wash. Yep. Green sapphire, we'll just keep sifting through that for the next 10 years. No, I'm not trashing cobblestone. I actually need the cobblestone. So that guy's got his work full making gravel, and then we'll make sand eventually. For now, I actually don't have that much sand. That is kind of a problem. Do we have an MV forge hammer? No. We do not. Once that guy's done, I can use it and output down to get some more sand. But yeah, we got a lot of sand to work with here. I keep doing the quest book instead of my recipe book here. So then, what else do we need? We've got the carbon, we've got the polyethylene. Oh, the battery or soldering alloy. So 13 antimony. I don't know if I have that much. I have no antimony. Soldering alloy, I have not enough. Crap. Okay, how do I get antimony? We get it from stibnite or tetrahedrite. Neither of which I think I have any left. It's hard because there's so many types of the ore when you're searching for it. You know, like, there's more than one stibnite, I think. Yeah, there's like the nether kind and the regular kind. And when you're doing the search, it only works with one of them. I thought we had tetrahedrite in here somewhere. Oh, and there's stibnite, see? So how do I find that using the finder button? Is that possible? I'm not sure if it is. Because this doesn't cycle through for some reason. The macerator one does. I guess I could scroll through that and hit G on all of them. But even that's not working. What the heck? I'm hitting G on that. And it's not finding it. Is it because it's open? No. The button's not working. Weird. You know, like when I hit it on other stuff, it does that. But then if I do it on this one, it's not finding it. Huh. Okay. Well, that's odd. But it does look like I got rid of all my limonite, or tetrahedrite. This is just lead, I think, and coal and silver. Yeah, so I might need to go get some tetrahedrite from the nether, or just more stibnite. This is only a medium amount. I guess the stibnite itself we can electrolyze or centrifuge. Get a little bit more out of it. It's about 50% or 40% stibnite. So I'll get from 8, not that much. Okay. Yeah. Stibnite is sporadic. Tetrahedrite is the primary. So we'll go get some more tetrahedrite as part of our project. This will get us 5 stacks of sand. Nope. I'm trying to wash it. That's not gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna head to the Nether, and we're gonna get some tetrahedrite. I could use the miner, but I'm feeling some old-fashioned mining. Well, that was a bit faster than I remember it being. Our new hammer is pretty dope. What's the speed on this? It's only 15, but it's enough that it does netherrack instantly now. So that's pretty cool. Just want to make sure. It looks like tetrahedrite appears as far back as that line. Do we need to go further back? Yeah, there's a tetrahedrite in that wall. Let's go a little bit further back. I want to have the whole vein exposed here. Okay, I don't see any other ores here. I think that's it. Sweet. A rare treasure. Let's just open it. It's a leather tunic. You shouldn't have. Yeah. Okay, and now we can just mine the second level, I think. How far in do I need to go? It looks like it actually is here. Is the corner. Alright, and with that little stint into the Nether, we now have quite a bit more of our tetrahedrite and stibnite. Let's get rid of... make sure all our nether racks out, and then let's see, let's put it in this one. Let's see what our haul was. Yeah, I just need to get all this out of these things. All clogged up with random piles of crap. What do I actually want to keep? Not netherrack dust, not a single sulfur. Stibnite's good, nether quartz no. Small amounts of tin and copper are fine. We'll just smelt all that up. Although crushed copper is really annoying. This is the one that makes 10. Yeah, no, I'm just ditching that. I don't even want to process it. Ardite is kind of random. Okay, backpack's empty. Those back. I really should have brought both diggers backpacks. That was a mistake. And then roasted iron, stibnite, lead, limonite, zinc, tin. We'll just get all that out of the way. A few Certus quartz. I think malachite smelts to copper. And then I'll trash all that because I don't care. I don't think I... How hard is bismuth dust to get? Pretty difficult. Interesting. Maybe I should hold on to that. Put it in my random dust piles. Okay, so all of that together, we got a lot of copper. And a good, wow, we got a lot of tetrahedrite. I'll start with the stibnite though, because that's pure antimony. Well, 40% antimony. And we'll crush that down. And that will be 4 stacks of crushed stibnite. And then I will process it through the ore washing, because then that gets us another 10%. Then we'll we'll forge hammer that, and then we'll centrifuge again. So we get 2 shots per ore. Well, per crushed ore. We get 2 shots at 11%. We could do the sodium persulfate thing, but we're not there yet. I haven't set that up. And then once we're down to the stibnite dust, 40% of that will turn straight into antimony as well. So we're looking at 62% return on the ore. So if I have 4 stacks, that's going to be more than 2 stacks of antimony that I should get out of it. That's plenty. I also have random silver I need to smelt. I have lead I need to smelt, though. Oh, wait, both of these will give nuggets, don't they? Yep, we want to avoid Nugget Town, USA. So I need my wrench. We'll go back that direction. Throw the silver and lead in there. Get rid of these random greed shards, tongue of dog, and gold coins. Where have I been putting those? I guess in here. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay. Stibnite coming at ya. Now, galena we can just smelt, right? Yeah, into lead. We'll get that going. Limonite we can smelt into copper, malachite, or iron. Almandine. It's pretty much just good for electrolyzing. Yeah, it has nothing. It's pretty useless. We could centrifuge it to have a chance at chrome, but like a 2% chance. Is that worth it? That can't be worth it. And we need nitric acid. That can't be worth it. There are easier ways to get chrome. Sapphire we'll deal with later. Emerald dust. Oh, let me get all these gem dusts out of here. Copper dust we can smelt. How did I end up with an impure pile of green sapphire dust? I don't know how I did that, but I'll ditch it. Okay, more smelting. Copper, malachite, limonite, galena. Okay. So that's all going now. And then, do we still have fuel? Yeah, we're good on fuel. Then I want the stibnite. Yeah. Though, is this done? It's probably still running. Yeah, we'll have to give that a minute. Amber dust, topaz dust, saltpeter. All of the pyrope. Lead dust, silver dust. Keep smelting all that down. Okay, so we've collected all of the stuff we need for soldering alloy and a lot of future soldering alloy, which is good. 10 is another issue that we're going to have soon. I put the good miner on iron, so we're going to need to maybe take it over to this garnetin vein next. Let me mark that depleted. I'm just going to mark all these ones next to home as depleted, because I've been to them a bunch of times. I don't know if I've been to that one. And then, did we ever find a vermiculite? I know that was something we were looking at a minute ago, but I don't know if we ever found a vein for that. I don't think so. Interesting. Okay, but let's go get this tin vein going. So sleep time. I may need some more diesel. So let's grab that. Decel. I did put away all my stuff. Behold my stuff. Alright. There's plenty of diesel fuel for a while. And let's see. Oh, I made some glowy ones, that's right. I'll trash those. I don't even know if they're the glowy ones that have been broken and therefore don't glow anymore, or if they do. I don't know what this concrete is. I definitely don't need that. Which concrete is this? This is the GregTech light concrete, okay. And then that's the one that I can chisel to asphalt. Yeah, okay. Was I using... I think I was just using the asphalt. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's go grab our good miner. The good doctor. That was... Oh, I scrolled. My mouse wheel is a little buggy. Sometimes if I do a scroll and a half, the half scroll will like slowly move, and then like a few seconds later it'll tick over and do the scroll action. There's a lot of impure piles here. That's not what I was expecting to see, and it looks like it ran out of piping, which is unfortunate. I need to go grab some more. Unless I have some in this backpack. No, I don't. All right, so I need piping, which is made from this kind of piping. Which is made from steel. I'll do 60. And another 60. So I don't have to worry about this for a while. And these go in the wire mill and become 8 pipings apiece. And there's my green sapphire lens. Woohoo! That goes in the... I guess the laser engraver doesn't have a little chest yet. Okay, it probably needed just a few more pipes. Because we're at y equals 75, so if it had a full stack, it... Yeah, look, it's already retracting. It just needed 2 more. That's funny. Yeah, I probably even thought it had enough to go all the way to bedrock when we installed it. I wouldn't remember at this point, but universal cells. There we go. No reason to waste that 500 diesel. And then this thing needs to be taken home. We'll get out our dolly for that. And we'll go ahead and fly home. It would be fun. It would be annoying, but it would be fun, flavor-wise, if when you were using your glider, if you had an open dolly, or a full dolly, I should say, it would like drag you down. That would be kind of funny. Okay, and there we go. Oh, it went all the way to lava. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to unchunk load these guys. And then gonna find our way to the west, southwest. Get a bunch more tin going. All right. Just go in the center here. Gravel is not a good material to prevent rain. I will say that with confidence. Might as well make this look fun. Give it a little bit of a nice little structure here. Okay, so then we throw the miner there, we throw the combustion generator there. We face that into the side, we throw diesel in it. I'll just leave that extra diesel. We throw all of the doodads in it. We auto output. We grab a diamond chest. We auto output to that, sitting right here. And that should do it. Yep, items are popping in. And we should be able to come back to a bunch of tin. Because I don't know if I've even touched this vein. So. And we will chunk load all around. And the range on a good miner, what was it? 21? 33. Oh, that's awesome. So it does an entire chunk on each side. Because 16 on each, yeah. So it's really an area of, if the radius is 1 chunk, it's an area of 4 chunks. And it has a fortune bonus even, so those small ores count for more. Sweet. All right, we'll come back. We'll come back in time for that. I did all the things, right? I didn't, I need to make a doodad. A waypoint. That's what I didn't do. I would probably remember, but I've seen enough other players talk about how they've lost things, lost miners, that I don't think it's worth, it's not that much work to do this. Good miner. All right. We did the chunk loading. We made the waypoint. We protected it from rain. And we know it's functioning, and we gave it enough pipes. And I ended up with an extra combustion generator, which is kind of nice. Because we're not using that for the MV pump. Speaking of MV pump, let's go check on that, because we were curious how that whole situation was going to shake out after a few minutes. So let's go see what our MV pump is up to, and if it's still broken or if it's collecting oil now or what. But something was funky when we left. We're also at the stage where we could pretty easily just make a drilling rig, but this isn't that hard either. If I connected this to the long distance pipeline, I wouldn't even need anything else. Okay, looks like it's been working now. Okay, that's good. So we can grab 2 of these, switch them out again. There we go. Okay, so how deep have we collected here? Amount of water. That's the only risky thing about these jetpacks is if you run out of water and you're not paying attention, it could get you killed. Okay, so it finally is down to the part where it's not like flowing everywhere. And it looks like it collects from the outside in. Interesting. So that could explain potentially why it didn't work the way I was hoping it would work. Because what it might do is it might scan the connected body of that fluid for the furthest out one it can grab and then grab it. I mean, I have no idea. You'd have to really do a lot of experiments to like properly know the mechanic, but it looks like it's something like that. It's clearly grabbing from the edges before the middle. So, sweet. But yeah, I think we're past the halfway point. It looks like the halfway point of this was kind of like right where my face is. This was maybe this block or this block was the halfway point. So, and I don't think there's a way to know how much we've used of the oil so far. I'd guesstimate about 2 million buckets. Definitely more than 1 million. Maybe about 1.5 million. Because for a while we were just moving a size 64 bucket back and forth, and we were only moving one of them at a time. But recently we've been moving the 128s, and I've definitely done quite a few of the trips with the 128s. So all right, that is going to be enough polyethylene forever. Because I already put one there a minute ago, or well, half an hour ago or an hour ago, whatever. Yeah, we've already got 72,000 polyethylene. Okay. We won't have to touch polyethylene for a while, which feels really good. And then this should last us a while too. It'll be, I don't know, up to there. And diesel is a nice fuel, so I'm pretty happy with our fuel situation. It's not as automated as I'd like for the long term, but it's working out okay for now. And so polyethylene's taken care of. We checked the oil situation. We've got lubricant. So now I need to worry about arsenic, actually. How do we make this again? Electrolyzing cobaltite? No, I made 1 million arsenic. I need to worry about gallium, sorry. Yeah, I have like 3 stacks of arsenic. More than 3 stacks. No, gallium is the one. Gallium dust. There. So yeah, electrolyzing sphalerite is a pretty low chance. Gallium ore is not for a long time. Zinc ore has a chance at gallium, but that's space mining. Bauxite is the moon. Rutile is even further than that. So we're looking at sphalerite. Oh, and that's only HV maceration to get gallium. So we do need sphalerite, and we have to do it the centrifuging way. Okay. Let me just browse for a minute, make sure there's not something we're missing. I don't think so. The replicator. If I wanted to spend 2.5 million EU and over an hour of LV time to get a single gallium dust. That's about it. Okay, here we go. What is this? Oh, cable diode. Yeah. So sphalerite. Where's sphalerite found? It's in the Nether too. Okay. And it's the sporadic. That's annoying. Do I have any more? Well, you know, when I was searching earlier, I should have just done this. Then we can easily see. I have no sphalerite left. Am I spelling that right? S-P-H-A. Yeah. Okay, we're all out of sphalerite, which means I've used all the gallium that I can. Are we okay, though? Do I have enough crystals? Have I even counted? I need 10 small crystals. Yeah, we're okay. This is 12 more. I have used up all my gallium, but we have enough for this. I just need to forge hammer these. And then I need to take all of this and recycle it again to get sand. Alright, so we actually do have enough. We're gonna be close to completely out of gallium when this is done, because we're gonna be using 10. Though I already made these 32, I think, so maybe I only need 8. 16 wafer, yeah, I think I maybe only need 8 of these then. 7, 8, which would go with... it's interesting you can increase but not decrease. But probably about 4 stacks of polysci, which gets back to the quartz thing with the sand thing. This should have sand in it, yeah. So 4 stacks of sand dust. Yeah. Then will get me 4 stacks of glass dust, which should be 4 stacks of... Oh, but that's still 3 to 1, isn't it? Yeah, it's still 3 SiO2 to 1 silicon, because it's SiO2, which means 2 of the 3 molecules or atoms in it are oxygen. Atoms? Molecules. Atom. An atom. A molecule. My brain is not remembering which one's which right now. SiO2 is either the... I think SiO2 is the molecule, and it has 1 atom of silicon and 2 atoms of oxygen? Is that right? I'm experiencing a mental crisis right now. I don't remember high school chemistry, apparently. All that being said, we throw this in the mixer. And does it need a channel? Glass dust. Usage. Or no, glass dust ingredient. It is channel 4 that we want. Yeah, channel 2 is the same thing, but you could just use small piles of flint dust instead. Okay. Yeah, so channel 4. And we'll throw in our quartz sand as we get it to make the glass dust, and then we have to centrifuge the glass dust to finalize the process. We have a lot more silver. Smelt this down. Alright. I probably need to call this an episode. We've gone already longer than I planned to go, but I've been having fun, so what am I supposed to do? Stop playing? Come on now. Don't be absurd. I do wonder if we need to do something with all these ores eventually. It's a lot. It's a lot. And let's grab the rest of our stibnite. Wait, did we end up with... Didn't I only crush 1 stack of nether stibnite ore? Which should have been 4 stacks? How do I have more than 4 stacks? Maybe there was a little bit extra that I threw in there. But yeah, so we need a wash only. Let me double check. No, I don't even do that. I've done this, and now I need to ore washing, and then I hammer centrifuge. So I throw it over here. That's what this guy's for. Which apparently we have some chrome and beryllium just chilling in there. Put the stone dust away. And then... And what is this? Small pile of iron dust. I don't know why I have this. But it's easy enough to recycle. Gold ore is going to be the same problem as the other ones were. With the nugget thing. I think, can I just forge hammer? Oh, never mind. I was wondering if I could just only forge hammer it and if that would still get me one that smelts too. Yeah, gold ingots. It doesn't have to be washed too, but it's free, roughly, to do that. And then the mixer still needs more quartz sand. Okay. Yeah, I should probably automate silicon. That's kind of a messy process right now. And I'm gonna need huge amounts of it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, we will call this an episode here. We've got a nice plan for our circuits going here. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about GregTech New Horizons, and we will see you all in the next episode.